Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. Today is a milestone programme. We've been on the air since 2006. But what is really important in this milestone, £1.5 million has changed hands to members of the public from our dealers or from auction. I think that's an incredible amount of money. And today, the backdrop, well, it's the Anglican Cathedral here in Liverpool. Absolutely amazing. I just know we're going to find something really wonderful today. Look at the crowd. They're Scousers, they're Liverpudlians, they're smiling. They've come along here with expectation. Well, you know why? They want the real deal.
Hey, I'm David.
To celebrate that £1.5 million, we'll be looking back at some of our very best deals later in the show. But people are congregating in the cathedral's nave to see our dealers. And Mary is first to Alison Chapman's table with 2 christening mugs.
I'm determined to get at least £175. I'm not going to go away with a penny less. I will push it to get that full amount.
Tough talk, Mary. Let's see how you get on.
Well, here we are. We've got 2 christening mugs, which is quite apt considering we're in a cathedral.
Yes.
But both of them are American.
Right, I wasn't aware of that. I thought they were pewter, actually, when I bought them. They were really black, and it was only when my daughter cleaned them up we thought they were silver.
Oh, so how did you come by them then? There.
I bought them at a car boot sale, would you believe? And no, I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for them.
Why not?
Because it might impair your judgment as to how much you offer me.
Well, they're quite charming. This is very beautifully handmade. This is all hand hammered here. So do you see all those little dots?
Yes, yeah.
That's where they've literally raised up the piece with
Right.
a hammer. And then we've got the overlay here, which is a bit Gothic, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
In style. And then this one with all the doggies.
I bought this one. They came together. I didn't really like this one, but I love this one because the little animals, the dogs on it.
It's sweet, isn't it?
Beautiful. It was gorgeous.
And it's a shame it's a bit damaged. It's got some...
Yeah. This
but-
one has been in the downstairs loo with potpourri, and that's probably why it's damaged. I keep knocking it off.
Really?
That's what I've been using it for.
I can see that. It's flattened on one side, isn't it?
Yes.
We've lost the...
Yes.
Well, I think you're a wicked woman.
No,
But
it is
a bit
lovely,
battered.
that
Why are you selling them?
one. Well, Tabitha, my daughter who's 14, has decided she wants to go into a little business. She bakes handmade cakes, and we're literally selling them, Alison, for money for butter, flour, eggs, that sort of thing.
Excellent. All right, then. Well, I'm going to try and buy them off you.
Good.
We'll see how we do.
Good.
So we've got 50.
Right. I like the colour of that one.
Well, we all like the colour of that. We all like a £50 note, don't
Yeah.
we? 70.
Right.
80.
Why have you paused?
Oh, taking in the atmosphere, gauging your reaction.
That's a nice offer to start off with.
A nice offer to start off with.
Yeah.
I think I might have met my match with you, you know. I can see a very determined glint in your eye.
Yes.
We've got 90.
Have you any more of those nice coloured ones that I like?
I know. £100 on the table. Do you want
Okay.
to take my money or talk to David?
Oh, I think I'll talk to David.
OK, Mary, how impressed with you, first of all, with the £100?
We're getting warm, but
Okay.
but not. No.
Independent valuers and auctioneer, they are £150 to £200.
Okay.
I can tell you the value of the precious metal is about £130 odd. Good start, needs to be a little bit better than that, or could go to auction. But I must say, the 2 items aren't the most desirable if you go to auction. People will be looking round the scrap value of the
Okay.
metal, the content therein. So let's see what happens, because Alison may not be finished yet.
Thank you.
Well, that's quite useful, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
I am fairly finished. I mean, I'm going to put another tenner on the table,
Okay.
and I shall explain why I don't want to go more.
Okay.
The fact that they're engraved,
Right.
people will not buy them as a christening mug with that
No.
engraving,
Okay.
and that's going to come off.
Yes.
And it's very hard with this finish of surface where you've had the hand hammering to get the engraving off
Okay.
without it being obvious.
Right. Okay.
So 110.
If you put another one on, then I think I would settle at that.
I'll split the difference with you at a £5. I'll put another £5 down.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll deal on that.
Well, before I shake your hand on that
Yes.
deal, what did you pay for them at that boot fair?
I paid £5 for them.
Oh, well done you. You're the one that's had the real deal.
Thank you very much,
Mari.
Alison.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So unfortunately I didn't get what I wanted, but I am happy with the 115 I've got. It will go towards the business, Tabitha's teapot, and we'll make a lot of cakes.
I tell you who's made the biggest profit here today, it'd be Mari. £5 she paid for those.
You're the winner on that deal, Mary. Well done. And plenty more people have turned boot fair bargains into piles of cash over the years.
Today is a real landmark show. £1.5 million has gone to our sellers, you the public, from our dealers and from the auction. Now we've got some very smart, clever dealers on this show, but they don't always have it all their own way.
I bought a pot, like a coffee pot off at Car Boots, and that was in the bottom. Didn't know
Why
it was
does that happen to me?
How do they do it? So you bought a coffee pot, and what did you pay for the coffee pot?
Tenner.
Pound.
Just before you shake hands, perhaps you would be prepared to tell us how much you paid.
I paid £3 each at a garage sale.
Did you?
So,
Yesterday.
£3 each, as we always say. Where are these sales and can we get round there?
I bought them down in Newton Abbot at what's called it, like a jumble sale. It said £35, so I bought them.
Very good. I can tell you, we are talking thousands of pounds and not hundreds of pounds.
The hammer's coming down, 3.8, £1,800 it goes. At £4,000 it goes. The hammer's coming down, £2,600 here then. Thank you.
I make that 9, 11, £12,200. What a find, what a deal. Believe you me, that had to be the real deal.
Now, can anyone here in Liverpool make that much of a profit? Joanne is certainly hoping Henry Nichols has stars in his eyes when he sees her autograph book.
My great-uncle passed away, we found it in his room and I'd love to get 50 quid for it.
I love rock and pop memorabilia autographs, not so much the film ones. So I'm going to make a cheeky bid, but we'll see what happens. Where did you get them from?
My great-uncle passed away and we were clearing out his room and we come across it.
Right.
He wasn't very musical, so we don't actually know where he got it from himself.
OK, could be from another relative. Any history
yeah.
of
Not really, we
theatrics in
didn't
the
really
family?
know much about his relatives,
Right.
really. So we don't actually know where it's come from, we just came across it, so I thought I'd bring it along.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not indeed? I mean, you've got quite a few here. If we just take them down. The problem with autographs is that quite often there's a scribble, but you don't know who it is.
Right.
So, quite a number. First one I recognise, P.G. Wodehouse, famous author. He's one of the only ones in here that I do recognise, apart from Harry Lauder.
Right.
But I couldn't tell you, I know the name, but
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you in what respect I know that name. Obviously they don't hold any interest to you, which is
No.
why you want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make you an offer
Okay.
and we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
10, £15. Doesn't seem a lot,
No.
but it is a very specialist market. What were you hoping to get?
More.
More?
Yeah.
What, a lot more?
Not a lot more, fair bit more though.
Not a lot more, a fair bit more,
Yeah.
OK. I think I'd stick another £5 down for £20. I wonder what David thinks. David, what do you think?
Well, I have to say, I think £20 is far too low. Between 30 and 60 is the estimation from both independent valuers and auctioneers. I'm going to say, certainly, it's got to be worth 40 quid. At least, something like that. There are names in there to autograph collectors, surely. That's too low. Otherwise, have a gamble and go to auction.
Thanks, David.
Okay.
So I think, Joanne, I'm going to stick with £20.
Okay.
That's my final offer, but I think David's right. You probably will do better at auction.
At auction. I'll take it to auction.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
Oh dear, Henry. Surely you could do better than that. Luckily, auctioneer Adam Partridge is more of a fan.
The offer was 20 quid. 20 quid? Well, it's bound to do better at auction. Good decision.
Sounds promising, Joanne. Let's get to the sale room. Fingers crossed.
He offered £20. Yeah. Didn't seem much money, did it? Where did you get them from?
It was found in my great uncle's room when he passed away. We don't actually know where he got it from either.
Right. Well, I think the Harry Lauder one is quite interesting. There's a little doodle, a picture of him with his tam on and a signature. I think that's got to be worth 20, 30 quid on its own, really. It's here in the sale room. 30 to 50 is the estimation. 40 is the reserve, and I thought that was about right, but you never know.
110's another autograph album, some good names in here, and I've got interest here at 50 and 5, 65, take 70 now.
You never know, do you? See, just something has caught the imagination. I think it's the Harry Lauder.
At 75, I like this album very much. 80's in the room, I took. At 80 in the room, I'll take 5 online now. At £80, 5 online. No, it's 85 internet. 85, any advanced 90 bid. At 90, we're still going. 95 is bid. At 90, 100 bid. £100 a bid. At 100, it's a 10 now. 110 bid. At 110. 110 bid, 110 anymore now. 120 bid. At 120. At 120. Are you all done now? 130 bid. 130, still going. At 130 online. At 130, the hammer's up. It's 130. Are you all done? 130, and we sell now at 130, 140.
Amazing. Still going.
At 140. 150, 160. Still going. At 160.
There are people on the internet, they could be anywhere in the world, and they're competing against each other.
At 170. Any more now? At 170. Are you all done? 170.
£170.
Brilliant.
It's brought a smile to your face, hasn't it? Eh? Take away the commission, you're going home with £144. Now, tell David, what are you going to spend all this dosh on?
My daughter's 5 in a few weeks, so I'm going to spend it on her birthday party.
They have big birthday parties over here in Liverpool, don't they? What's her name?
Phoebe.
Phoebe! What a party you're going to have, girl.
A great decision to go to auction, Joanne. It got you £124 more than Henry's offer.
Any advancing more on this one at £40.
Coming up, David gives some sound advice.
I can't see buying on the internet when you're buying something like this. You've got to see it in the flesh.
And more great deals as we celebrate our £1.5 million milestone.
Well, I like a forward woman.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. Today we're celebrating a very special show. £1.5 million has been paid out to the public from either our dealers in cash or the auction. Now that is a lot of money.
It certainly is, David, and we'll be looking back at some more fantastic deals later. But now Paul has brought Tony Gearing a 1960s oil painting by Scottish artist John Houston.
I like to collect, and I go to exhibitions and buy stuff. Well, I bought this on the internet and I paid £670 for it.
So can Paul persuade Tony to give him a profit?
It's oils and it's a waterfall. And if you look closely, you can see a woman, I think, in the middle. I paid a bit of money for it.
Right.
I like it, but I'm starting to collect other artifacts and things, so
right.
I think I'd like to get rid of this one so I can then move on to get something and be more specialist.
Right, something you can really get your teeth into, a proper collection.
Yeah.
Where did you get this one from?
I got this on the internet.
Right.
And I tend to look on the internet as well as car boot sales, junk shops, and also if I've got a lot of money I'll go to an exhibition and just buy what I like.
That's what it's about, buying what you like, what your heart tells you.
That's right, yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like there's much flaking or anything there, does there?
No.
Maybe a little bit here.
Yeah.
Starting to flake there a
little
little.
crack there, I think.
Well, you're going to get a little bit of shrinkage with oil paints anyway. It's part and parcel of it.
It's signed at the bottom here.
All right, yeah, I can see it now.
It's difficult to see because I think it's...
And is there a date there?
Oh, it's 67.
Right,
I've never noticed that
67,
before.
so... well, there you go. Well, the waterfall, I mean, it's just wonderful colours. Good artist, John Huston, you know, quite well known, Scottish, Royal Academy. And you want to start collecting something else. Well, let's see if I can help you with that.
Okay.
There's a oneer. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. Stop me when there's enough. 20, 40, 60, 80. That's a real no, isn't it? 400.
I don't think so.
We must be getting close.
I don't think so. Do you like it?
I do like it, but I'm not, you know, I don't know where the prices go with John's work. I've never had a piece of his work before.
In this case, I think that's not enough.
Yeah.
Come on now, you've got a bit more of it, haven't you?
Here comes the man.
Well, it's a tricky one. I'm going to give you my honest opinion here. We've looked up the man, Houston, Scottish artist. He does have a track record. His smaller pictures bring in the hundreds. Some of the larger ones can get up to the thousands. I find I'm nowhere with this. I look at this and I just can't see it. They say 3 to 5, 5 to 7. 400's on the table. Now, I understand you bought this on the internet. Have you declared yet what you paid for it?
No, I haven't.
Okay. What did you pay on the internet for it?
I paid £670.
Okay. £670 seems to be the kind of asking price a retailer would ask. I think the £400 is not a bad offer. Is that as far as you're prepared to go?
That is as far as I'm prepared to go, David.
If it was me, and I was willing to part with it, I think I'd say £400 is a £200 the wrong way on this article, but I've learnt something, and I'll move on in another track, and I will pay more attention to the seeing of the merchandise, inspecting the merchandise, and touching the merchandise. I can't see buying on the internet when you're buying something like this. You've got to see it in the flesh.
The Duke has spoken.
Okay, well, I trust David, and I think I'll take the money and run.
Great stuff. Thanks very much for bringing it.
I thought it was good advice. You know, you win some, you lose some, so it's a learning curve for me.
Paul lost out this time, but many of our sellers have shown they don't need help getting top money.
We've got some really intelligent, professional, tough dealers, but every now and again, we get a member of the public who really has that knack of how to haggle. If you want to get the best price, this is how it's done.
So you brought them along today for me to have a look at and see if I can tempt you to sell me them.
Yes.
150, £200. What do you think of that, Pauline?
Well, not really much.
I absolutely love it. 20, 40, 60, 80, £100. How does that seem to you?
I think it's a bit on the low side.
A bit on the low side.
Yeah.
Are we far away?
You could be.
Do you have any idea, Sarah, what you would like for them?
Obviously, I have a valuation of them.
£150.
I'd like to see a few more of those ones.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
Pull up springs eternal.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, £400. Is that getting more interesting?
That's more interesting, yes.
Is that a deal?
No, I think they're worth more.
I'm going to give you 420. Have we had a deal? I think I've given far too much, Pauline.
Yeah, I did about 5, really. 450, 450.
I'll give you another tenner, and that's me finished. That is £430 for the 4.
Put another 10 on then. And then it will be even it up, you see. It will even it up.
Oh, have we had a deal if I say 440?
Oh, go on, yes. deal.
Is it a deal?
Yes, a deal,
Oh,
yes.
thank goodness.
300.
We can make it less.
You couldn't make it less. Be nice for 300.
How about 280?
What about 300 and we can finish the deal?
How about 290?
You don't want to be splitting into a £10 note because you're not a skimpy type.
I've met my match. I'm going to take this £10 note away. £300, do we have a deal?
Yes, we do, sir.
Eileen, it's been a pleasure.
Are you sure?
Absolutely positive.
If I took these away and I replaced it for that, £350, but that is my final offer.
One more, we've got a deal.
One more, what?
One more from the top.
No.
One more from the top, and we've got a deal.
If we had that as one more, £370.
So we'd need two more of those.
No.
Two.
No, that's it. 377.
Swap this one for this one.
Well, I like a forward woman.
And we've got a deal.
Well,
We've got a deal. Deal.
That's the way to do it, if you've got the nerve. Coming up, spectacular jewels that have travelled across the world and brilliant gambles at auction in our £1.5 million celebrations.
750, all done, sold at 7.
Wow.
Welcome back to a very special Dickinson's Real Deal from Liverpool's Anglican Cathedral, celebrating the £1.5 million our sellers have pocketed over the years.
Hello, Claire.
And Claire's hoping she's going to get her share too.
I've brought in a 18 karat gold Brazilian garnet bracelet. I'm hoping today to get between £300 to £500 for it.
A little bit on the modern side, and I'm slightly dubious about the colour of the garnets, but still a nice thing. I'm going to have a go and try and buy it.
That's what we like to hear. Come on, Cheryl.
Tell me about your bracelet.
Well, it was given to me by my aunt's husband when my aunt passed away. It's an 18 karat gold Brazilian garnet bracelet.
Brazilian? How do you know it's Brazilian?
Well,
then?
my aunt used to teach English as a foreign language in Rio for quite a wealthy family who were jewellers. The contract ended, she flew back home to England. A few years later, one of the daughters was 21 and Elizabeth was called over by the father who'd made this, I'm told it was bespoke for my aunt as a thank you, and he flew her back over on Concorde. And when the girl opened the front door to her, she fainted. She was that excited to see her, so it's sort of...
How incredible.
I don't think she ever really wore it because it was quite special to her, but as she passed away, so...
So age-wise, when was this roughly?
I think it was around about 30 years ago that it was passed to her.
Is it not something you'd wear? Is that why you brought it along?
It's not really my style, and I don't really think it's something that my daughter would wear in the future either.
OK. Well, it's a lovely piece of jewellery. And you said Brazilian garnets. Normally we think of a garnet being slightly more red than that, but it's something of quality. You can see there's an awful lot of gold around the garnets. So, you know, it's quite a desirable bracelet, this. And the garnet, more of a semi-precious stone, but very nice, very wearable. I'm going to get some money out and see if I can buy this from you.
OK.
So, let's see if we can tempt you, Claire. OK, let's go. 50, 100.
No. Thank you anyway.
I knew you'd. 150. 200.
Keep going.
That was a definite keep going. 200. 220.
Wrong colour.
240.
Sorry.
260.
There's a few more of them.
280.
I have another red one.
I'm going to round it up to 300, Claire. That's my final bid.
OK. I think I'll go to auction.
Okay.
But thank you anyway.
All right, thank you for bringing it along and telling us such a fascinating story.
Thanks
Good luck
very
on the
much.
day.
Thank you.
Turning down beautiful jewellery? Are you feeling all right, Cheryl? Well, the sale room is busy. Let's see what happens.
A very glamorous young lady here, Claire. Now, Claire, you brought along an equally glamorous bracelet, I thought. 18 karat gold, and there was 31 oval cut garnets in this. The reserve is 300. Now, if it went down at the 300, you'd lose out because there's commission to deduct. So it's fingers crossed time. Do we think it's a good one? Yes, it's worth the gamble, but are the buyers here? Let's find out.
Stunning looking bracelet, isn't it? And I bid £300. I'll take 20.
Straight in at 300. Good sign.
Any advance on this now? At £300, where's 20? Thank you. 340, 360, 380, 400 and 20 at £420. Any further interest now? At 420, we sell this now at 420.
OK, £420. I make that just under £360, about £357.
Okay.
Please, satisfied?
Absolutely.
Tell David what you're going to spend that 357 quid on.
Doing a conservatory with underfloor heating.
Underfloor heating in the playroom, very sensible. I thought you were going to say something like, I want those shoes with those heels like that. You know,
No.
those that you wander around on like that. OK. On the day, taking home £357. We're going to have some warm heating under the floor. You already know everything about this show. It's all about the gamble. Are you tempted by the dealer's cash offer on the table in front of you? Or can you hold your nerve? Do you fancy going to auction? Will you take the gamble? Now, sometimes it really pays off.
It is a cover as well, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Your £80 is my offer.
I think I would like more for it. So
all right, so you have a go at auction.
I will have a go at auction.
All right, well done.
750. Do you want 8? 750 in the room. 750. All done. Sold at 7.
Wow. Well, I'm saying the same thing. Wow.
You've brought us in your collection of Dinky toys.
No, my husband's.
£320, which is about £30 a piece.
No, I think I'll go to auction.
We have split this large collection of Dinky toys into 5 individual lots.
220 then. I'm going to knock it down at that.
Did you ever think that these little bits of toys in boxes were going to bring all this substantial amount of money?
Truthfully?
Yes.
Yes.
450.
But I've got all fired up now with a gamble, I'm afraid.
Let's hope they make a bucket of money for you.
Do I see any further bids, or you're all done at £360?
£360. Add that together, I make that £1,220.
£1,450.
I think I can get more for that.
You're absolutely sure?
Absolutely sure.
At 3,000,
3-1, just in time on the telephone.
3-2, the bid's in the room still. At 3,200. If he's sure this time, 3,200.
£3,200. Take home pay, 2007. You can see the smile on Frankie's face. Wow, now they did make the right decision.
They certainly did, David. Now, Katie has brought Alison a tin of tobacco sent to the troops from Princess Mary.
Tins, not my first love in life. But if I can buy it at the right price, I'm always happy to make a profit. And this is your special tin?
Yeah, my great-granddad's from World War I. All of them got one each for Christmas as a Christmas present.
Well, it's not really just a plain old tin, is it?
No.
So on the front, we have a cameo, presumably of Mary. And as you say, it says Christmas 1914. So that was when the war started in 1914, and I have no doubt that there was lots of hope and confidence that things would go our way. And we wouldn't have had any knowledge that we were going to lose so many men.
Yeah.
Now, I've opened it up, and I can see that there's a little packet of tobacco, and then partially smoked little roll-ups, cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then a picture of Mary. That's rather nice, isn't it? So that's quite complete. So how old was your grandfather then when he...
I'm not 100% certain. I'd say about quite young, 18, 19 possibly.
So that was your great-granddad's and it's been passed all the way through the family?
Yeah, it has.
And you've bought it here today to sell because you want to do what with the money?
Well, I've not got any plans with the money, yeah, but I thought there's no point in it just lying around, so may as well see if I can get anything for it, with it being so special and quite an old tin.
I don't even know where to start with value. For me, if it was in my family, it would have enormous sentimental value.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it has done in yours.
Yeah, it's like, it means a lot to me, but it's with it just sitting around, feels like a bit of a waste.
Okay. All right, well, I should put my money out and we'll see where we get to. 20.
No, I was looking on getting a bit more than 20. Not a lot, but...
Not a lot more.
With it still having the contents in it.
It really, I'm finding I feel really sad you're selling it. Are you really sure you want to sell it?
Yeah, I think.
£30.
Yeah, I think £30. I was looking on around 30, so I think so, yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you that £30 and I'm going to tell you to take this home with you. And one day, when you've got your children, you're going to tell them what a brave great-granddad you had. Because really, I don't think I'd have been brave enough to do what your great-granddad did.
Yeah.
So when you do that for me, you won't sell that. Because if he wasn't as brave as he was then, you, my love, and I would not be sitting at this table.
Yeah.
So you take your tin.
Thank you.
And you take my £30.
Thanks. Okay.
And you keep that for your great-grandchildren.
Okay.
And you're not to sell it.
No.
Do you promise me you won't sell it?
Promise.
We've got a deal then.
Thank
and I'll
you.
know, because I'm a bit of a witch.
Thank you.
Oh, Alison, you've got a soft centre after all. And Katie's hung on to a little bit of family history. Coming up, Ian's smiling, but the Duke's not happy.
Come on, Cheryl, let's get a move on.
I'm not finished yet.
Get digging into that expensive-looking person.
I'm digging.
Flash the cash. Welcome back to the magnificent Anglican Cathedral in Liverpool. What a place to do the show from.
We have time for one last deal, and Ian is looking for good money from Cheryl for his 9-carat gold watch, sovereign and chain.
Hopefully getting about £1,500 for it.
This is something that's right up my street. I love the gold watch. I'm going to do my best to try and buy this. Now you've brought some very nice pieces of gold along, especially this fabulous gold pocket watch. Tell me, how did you come to own them?
Well, it's actually my father's, been handed down from, well, my grandfather, his father, and he's had it, I think, in his wardrobe for the past 30-odd years.
Right, so he's entrusted you then, he didn't fancy coming along himself?
He's actually right behind me, but I'll
Oh.
it.
So, if you did sell it today, have you got any plans for the money?
I'd have to ask my dad about that. Hopefully get a dropsy for bringing him along today.
Definitely. You want to be on big commission.
Well, hopefully so.
Well, it's you've got the sovereign here, and you've got the chain. And if we just give this a little shake, see if it's working, it's ticking away very nicely. So you've got a gold Hunter pocket watch, and it's in very nice condition. The case has not got any dints or scratches, and the face is in great condition. These are items that we're not talking about scrap. You know, we have got collectors, people that are collecting sovereigns, and very much the watch. You know, it's quite in vogue. You do see people actually still using these because it's very smart. So I'm sure you've got an idea of how much you'd like, but you're not going to tell me.
No.
So I'm going to put some cash on the table.
Right, okay.
It's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, £500.
Lovely. Make a nice fan.
So don't take that you're not very impressed by 500.
Not really, no.
Can he persuade her to cough up the rest?
Okay, so, right. 550, 600, 650, 700.
Lovely.
Here's David.
We're not very impressed at the moment. Come on, Cheryl.
I've not
Let's
finished.
get a move on.
I'm not finised yet.
Get digging into that expensive-looking person.
I'm digging.
Flash the cash.
We're up to 700. Let's not mess about. 750, 800, 850, 900, 1,000.
Lovely.
Ian, smile.
Yeah, I'm smiling.
You're smiling a little bit.
We're warming up here. First of all, the item of gold there with the sovereign and chain, there's about £850 worth of precious metal there. Now, the watch, I can tell you, there's about £700 worth of gold in that watch, but you can't value it at that because it's a nice quality, desirable item. So the estimations vary, but they all go between £1,200 and £1,800. And at the moment, we are nowhere near. Come on, Cheryl, let's go.
Let's keep going then. So, 1,000, 100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400.
It's getting there.
Okay.
Definitely getting there.
Right then. Let's even it up there. 5, 10, £1,500. I've got to earn a little profit.
Now, I've come back at this stage, bless her little heart, she really has come to the ballpark in a big way, I think. And I think we're starting to talk realistic money. Try and get this act together rather than going to the sale room. We have to give our dealers a chance to be able to turn over their money and make a certain amount. If you want to go to the auction, I'll take you there, but the commissions make all the difference.
Great advice as
Very,
usual.
yes.
I think that's a good bid, Ian, but the choice is yours.
As David said, it's getting there.
I think it's got there.
I think.
I think I've been fair. I've got to sell it again.
Couldn't add another 52.
I think it's pushing it a little bit. I'll give you another 20.
Go on then.
2 tens.
Deal.
Thank
you, Cheryl.
very much.
Thank you, Cheryl. Lovely.
Well done, Ian. You got what you wanted and £20 of icing on the cake.
Oh, goodness.
Over the years, our sellers have taken home £1.5 million. And today they've walked away with another £2,500 and shown our dealers how to get the real deal.
Great stuff. Thanks very much.
Joanne knew what she was doing when she refused Henry's £20 for her autographs.
I'll take it to auction.
Thank you very much indeed.
And got 7 times as much in the sale room.
Brought a smile to your face, hasn't it?
Ian walked away with today's biggest stash of cash. Cheryl started low,
£500.
but Ian pushed her all the way and got over the £1,500 he was after.
Very much.
Thank you, Cheryl.
And there was no doubt about today's canniest seller. Mary made a killing when she sold Alison her silver mugs for £115.
What did you pay for them at that boot fair?
I paid £5 for them.
Oh, well done, you.
That's the way to do it.
I want to take this opportunity of thanking you, members of the public. Thank you for supporting us. We've enjoyed doing the show, and I know you've enjoyed watching it. It's been a great day. See you next time. Bye for now.